Hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Action Pact, Tales of Istoria, where heroes and villains are made. And Fluffernutter may have been picked up by my microphone as Emily shouted at me, as we're apparently now doing that thing, so that'll be fun. But, hello everyone, thank you for joining us for our game tonight. We wanted to give a personal thank you to you guys for tuning in and watching our show, as well as, darn it, there was something else I had and I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I blanked, unfortunately. But as per usual, since we don't really have an exact format right now, given that things are a little still uncertain, we're at least streaming here, so thank you for tuning in. And if you have anybody that you know that can follow the stream, we really appreciate it, as we're trying to get up to affiliate, so we can start doing some cool stuff with like Twitch and everything. At least for the time being, you know, we may end up on another channel, but we're here for now. So we'll go to the full table and get in tonight. Oh no, why is that camera doing that?
What did it do?
Well, that side of the table, as it sometimes does when the light is
it's streaming.
Fiery, is just going strobe light. So let's do this.
You're on
There we
candlelight.
go. Much better.
Torchlight.
Okay,
Is that how you do the...
not streaming anymore. Sorry to anybody who may have not been comfortable with that.
No longer like...
You got off dancing?
Yeah.
We're not strobing on the camera. We haven't been actually.
That's fine.
For
I'm trying to
30 seconds.
get the hang of it so I can...
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, it really does.
There used to be a thing with like John Allen and Adam Mazel.
For what?
Everybody.
Yeah, that was something else.
Oh, is this not that?
Correct.
Oh, well.
Same motion, just different words shouted. So, as we get into tonight's episode, going right into it. Who wants to cover a recap from last week's episode?
We talked a lot. A lot.
Much to Chris's chagrin.
True.
I got tagged.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, that's right.
It's very warm. I don't know. I mean, we went to sleep, and now we're gonna go. Oh, we got a pass, so we're going up high to the upper level.
It's true. All right, we're going to change this to Inictal colors, which will be brighter and hopefully less strobe-like for that side of the table.
Strobing so good.
It's a little bright. That's okay. You guys are dark, though. Every damn time. I will get this one of these days. Player right face. Turn that up to 51.
Dark's fine.
Brighter?
You don't need a...
Okay, all right. That's fine. No, it's not. It's really not. It's bothering me. I'm sorry. Is that getting brighter at all?
I did that time.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you're a bit more seen. All right, good.
This is where if we had an editor, they would just paste over that SpongeBob made. 1, it's hand, and 2 later.
Yeah, true. I think I might need to adjust that light. All right. Anyway, let's go. Let's get into the game. So, talking a bunch.
Yeah, we got propositioned again by DM Varga.
Oh, yeah.
DM Varga?
Yeah.
He's a dungeon master? In a way, he may be.
I was struggling to find another acronym for DM, so yeah, Dungeon Master works.
Yeah, sure.
DM
Okay.
Varga. DJ Varga.
There you go. Yep.
Spinning the slick beats. The slick gods.
Mm.
69.
Chill beats to slay gods too.
Little 5 Varga.
His favorite playlist.
Yeah, and then he offered to get us into the upper terrace. Yeah, that was like the 4th offer we got to get into the terrace. So
Apparently, everyone wants us to get up.
just gotta get it up, man.
We got options.
Yeah. Then we went to high class Argol and went to the fanciest of bathhouses, in which Dorgarian had a panic attack and ran away.
I was just like, I'm not leaving my mom.
Briskly walked away
No, he full-fledged, just arms flailing. No!
with hammer in hand.
Oh,
Because
no. He was cradling the hammer, so that way he wouldn't take it.
Not my hammer.
Not the gastropod.
Rin broke a lock that shouldn't have been broken.
Heck yeah.
And then we got...
Which is why I was like, nope, I'm not doing this.
Not that your friends are powerful. No, that was too easy.
Thanks.
If Rin can do it, anyone
If
can do it.
happen,
Yeah, clearly.
It might happen.
It's fair.
But then we just get a new challenge of getting it back. Oh, I wish I thought about that last time.
Ah, wow.
Of you getting the bath?
Getting it back.
Oh, sorry. Right.
Back. Returned.
Yeah. I follow. I thought you were saying because you're a cat. Like,
Oh.
you're like, no.
I mean, it's not like we're on a wild genie chase anyway.
True.
I wasn't fully listening. And it took
And then
a
it-
second to...
Got. Yeah.
I hate you. Alright, let's go find a genie.
In a bottle?
We already made that joke.
Oh,
Keep
Last
it going.
was
Keep
that
it going.
the Rick and Morty where, like, they... Yeah, it was, where he drank the king. I saw
No,
it.
that was Futurama.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was Futurama, my bad. Futurama, Rick and Morty, is there a difference?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
yeah.
as you wake up the next day, well rested from the windy sunset, find yourselves in your respective rooms, and the day is yours. What would you want to do?
Don't we have a
Date with Destiny.
Yeah. We can just go up at any time of the day. It's not like a certain time, is it? But it has to be today.
As far as you know, you've been given a day pass up to the Upper Esplanade.
And they've been let known about us.
Yeah. So, I mean, why waste time? Let's get it going.
I want breakfast.
Get to the go. But
I want breakfast.
Breakfast.
get your breakfast.
I want to talk to the innkeeper.
Talk to the
Oh yeah, and like I wanted to go see the Masons. We didn't do that.
It's your characters. You can talk to whoever you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that true? Is that so?
I think you're putting more into this.
So we eat some breakfast. We took a long rest. We eat some breakfast, and I guess we just
Head
make the most of
upstairs.
the day. Get the most of our time.
Sure.
You know, gets up early.
We gotta get there early, otherwise the lines are really long for the cool rides.
The lines are awful, and we don't have one of those like what are those called? Those like fast passes.
Yeah.
You know.
The exclusive pass.
Yeah.
Gotta
we,
get
like-
more levels for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. So.
Is it Mage Pass?
Otherwise, we'll just get stuck on Space Mountain all day. Nobody wants that.
I personally quite enjoyed it, but that's okay. Teach their own.
It's been too long since I've been to a Disney resort.
Oh, I was a teenager when I went to Space Mountain, so it's been some time for me too.
Last time I was like a child,
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
like second grade or something like that.
Hot minute.
Never been.
So,
And honestly, I don't have any desire to really go back.
hmm.
I'm going to Orlando before Disney because Harry Potter Worlds.
So, as you have breakfast, which the morning food is meager, not really great, not a widespread. No continental breakfast at the Windy Sunset. Damn. But you do have your choice of oatmeal, toast, eggs. The usual kind of staples at the very least. So, after you have your morning breakfast, where do you go?
Going to the theme park fun ride.
Is it Tasha Toast?
Oh.
It is
Alright.
canon at this point.
Nice.
Yep.
It's not French toast, it's Tasha toast.
Mm-hmm.
I was
I
going
like
for like
it.
a Texas Toast, right?
Everything's bigger in Tasha.
Yeah.
Like the monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah, they are. So,
Yeah. Let's go to the cool place. The upper place.
okay. So let's go ahead and pull up the map on the center screen so you guys can look at that.
I punched the guard in the face. Wait.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
Wait, no.
No murdering a guard for no reason this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guards.
Oh, campaign 1. Fun times.
What are you doing?
So, as you head over to the lift, you find an elevator with no discernible raising or lowering mechanism on the outside of it. Basically just a very fancy-looking, albeit, carriage that moves up and down. As a guard stands at his post in front of it, you walk up to him and say,
Hey there.
"Greetings.
Multipass?
I
We have a day pass. Do you
Names?
need our names? Yeah. That's Rin.
Hi.
I'm Vadir. That's Rainier. That's Dorgirin.
Okay.
We also might know this is the Moonstone Guard.
You
Yeah.
probably don't. That's fine.
You might actually. We did tell him that.
So you take out this kind of small notebook and flips through it. Ah, I see. Well, you have a day pass. If you do not come down through the elevator by the end of by sunset, we will find you and be forced to remove you.
Kill us?
No,
Okay.
escort you off of the Upper Esplanade.
Like, do you just like boot us off and we just, or do we come down in the
Or we could
elevator?
just leave in time.
We would take you down in the elevator.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. Much better. We'll arrive back on time.
Good. Well, come on. Just kind of walks you over into the elevator. He stands there with you. Please mind the railings. Okay. And you see him as he looks down. He takes out a small stone from his pocket. He seemed to just kind of like almost like a. It looks like he's almost drawing something on it, as the elevator briefly lifts up off the ground and then very slowly glides up. And it gives you a good view of the entire city as you look out. Waterfall crashing next to you. It's a bit surreal, to be honest. But you can see the all of the Northern Square and Southern Cross and just every bit of it. It's actually a really beautiful city, seeing it from higher up. But as you continue climbing upward, you make it to the top, the Upper Esplanade, where, upon looking around, you see this area has another different kind of quality to the buildings here. Most of them, if not all, appear to be made out of marble, as the kind of upper tier of the area has a bit more refined taste to it. Very large trees dot the landscape, and there's a very healthy grass that looks well grown up here. You see immediately kind of smaller building to your left and some other ones a little further along on the pathway. But one thing that does catch your eye is actually three kind of large structures. I'm sorry, four. One to your immediate left that looks, it has this kind of curved design and has a very almost eccentric kind of look to it. Kind of blue colors and tiles that are made into the stonework itself have a very eye-catching kind of quality to it. To your right, you see another large structure where there appears to be standing on top of these three small kind of rivers almost that flow out from a central point. It looks almost as though it's some sort of either glorified fountain or something to that effect, although you have a little trouble seeing inside of it. It looks almost like a temple. And then to the right again, you see a structure that vaguely resembles the bathhouses with just a bit more focus to it. Not quite the glass dome ceilings that the bathhouses had, but you do see two of them on the kind of far end of it. But the one structure that you cannot miss is the large palace, complete with a very large, what appears to be blue gem on the top, as you can see it glistening, and much closer to it now, it does appear to be some kind of massive sapphire gem built into the very top of the structure. It has a large kind of domed look to it, with four towers on the ends, all pointing upward, and beyond them, four golden, kind of smaller towers on the corners as well. It's a massive structure and definitely speaks to extravagance and wealth. As the guard walks you off the elevator, he says to you, "Welcome to the Upper Esplanade. I hope your stay is a fun one. But again, Please be back here by sundown.
Thanks, and I give him a silver piece.
That's really not necessary.
But you brought us up in the thing.
Did its job.
Yes.
Yeah, you
But
don't
he's
tip
paid
here? Is
for
that
it.
not a thing?
No, not me.
Why?
I don't need the silver piece, but thank you. I appreciate the gesture.
Most employers pay their servants.
Are you
Or
warm?
employees.
Am I warm?
Yeah, are you hot? It's hot out here. Are you hot?
Yes, but no more than usual.
If you want, it can like freeze your collar a little bit, so it's cool on your skin for a little bit. You won't take a tip. You're nice.
Sure.
Okay.
Kind of
So I
leans
take
his
a
head
little
forward.
water out and I freeze it so
Mm.
it's nice and cold on his collar.
Gotcha. Kind of leans back. Quite refreshing.
Yeah, I made this for when we're traveling in the desert. It's really handy.
That lavender
Yeah.
smells nice.
Yeah. I'm thinking about, maybe making some more.
A little strange, but thank you.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Yes, you too. You kind of awkwardly walks back on the elevator, and you see it slowly start to lower.
It's my job to make friends everywhere we go.
Mm.
Marketing. Gotta pick up where Bob left off.
Huh.
You know? Whatever. Come on, where are we going? That looks like a really nice spa. That looks like a fountain temple. That's obviously the palace. Where do you think the mages are?
It just points.
Okay.
Out of all of the buildings, which one do you think mages might have made?
Yes.
The spa.
Definitely. Well,
The
had-
one at the top of the Three Rivers with the temple. That one. Or the other one. The Oasis one.
Yes.
I'll just stand here, wait for Dorkaren to start walking. Or Vadir, sorry, Vadir to start walking.
It's not just me.
No, it's everyone. It's like once you've seen one cow, you've seen them all.
Same could be said about cats.
That's fine. You don't mix my name up.
Which is weird because like
Out
not
of
all the
everybody.
same.
Yeah. Like our three names possibly mixing up somehow
Mhm.
the two opposite names.
Yeah.
Very, very different names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a very good point.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
where do you go first?
Let's go to the mage's room first.
Okay.
Which one?
I'm assuming it's the eccentric, crazy looking one.
Yeah, that would make sense.
The smoothie
Mages.
one? The number 2?
Number 1.
Number 1? That's the palace.
No, number 4 is the palace.
What?
What?
Oh, you're using the actual numbers.
The actual number.
What
Number.
numbers were you going by?
I was going by the numbers in which he listed them
Oh.
because I wrote them down.
They were going by the map.
Yeah.
I'm not using a map.
Yeah.
The logical choice?
I'm using the theater of the mind.
Yeah. I don't know. The blue. What's the way of name things here? Blue Oasis and
thing?
the Western Wind.
What's that thing?
I'd say it might be the Blue Oasis. Is that the eccentric one you were talking about? Or is that the bathhouse? Is that the bathhouse?
Looking at the map, it does line up with the eccentric one.
Yeah, but this is the bathhouse.
Yeah.
The 2.
now
baths.
that I squint hard enough. It's like just perfectly glaring of your.
It's almost like the link is in the Discord.
Immersion. Fuck out of here. Number 2. Let's go to I choose number 2.
Door number
Is
2.
this is deal or no deal? Like,
Show me a potato salad.
Big money,
empty.
no whammies. Big money, no whammies.
Open the door. It's just,
Just
like
an empty building, just derelict. Nothing inside. Like, really? Okay, that's
It's for
fine.
pretend.
There's a
only.
sign on it that says it's for lease.
Yeah.
they have one of those like magic trap rewards that just makes the sad audience.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, walking up, you see a large 2-story marble building, and one thing you happen to note is there's a sound of splashing, but it's coming from the top side. Like, you don't hear it from inside the building. But as you walk up to the front door, it's currently open with these, again, really nice marble tiled stairs that that lead up into it. And as you walk inside, you see a large fountain built into the center of this, as best as you can see, a tavern-like appearance. However, droplets of the water itself begin to, as you notice and take a closer look at it, the water does spill outward from the fountain, but you see droplets start raising upward, as when you look up, you see the bottom of a pool that is being fed by the fountain on the first floor. Behind that, you see a long bar stretching across almost the entire back area of the tavern. And behind it, a very large aquarium that wraps around the entire bar and reaches into the sides of the building. In addition, there are dozens of bookcases along the sides and fireplaces, though these are likely some of the nicer ones you've seen in the area. You don't really feel a lot of heat being put off from them, almost just light. But, while looking around, you see about a dozen or so individuals, most of whom look like they have either scholarly robes on, or some sort of, like, alchemical or maybe artificer attire, as this definitely appears to be the Mages Guild.
I'm just real distracted by these fish.
There's fish in the aquarium.
There are. And make a nature check.
Are these just decorative fish, or are these fish you can order?
Well,
for consumption?
Oh, you said nature?
yes, and you could do the same if you want.
Brent's just trying to get one to follow her finger.
9.
Um,
Unless 15 are undead.
nope.
There was a good chance it could have been Faye.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
It's a
We
good
could have
20
Faye
minutes
fish.
before that happened. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
24 minutes.
I got 9 as well.
Okay. They look a lot like more of the sea variety of fish, saltwater, possibly straight from the ocean. There are a good handful in there that you do not recognize in the slightest. And yourself growing up the Kartu Desert makes a lot of sense. Although you even don't recognize some of them, as you're like, some things just look bizarre, as though they don't even look like fish. But you kind of just brush it off as you're like, Mage Guild, whatever.
I mean, so I don't think I rolled high enough to know. Do they look like they're all from our plane?
You don't know.
Okay. That's
Just
fair.
weird looking fish.
That sounds like...
Some have like these like almost tentacles coming off of them,
See,
but they still have fish bodies though.
those look like the kind of fish that create the sailor stories. Or the sailor stories reference.
What, like a kraken?
I mean, listen, sailors have some weird stories.
That's true.
Like, maybe when they grow up, sure.
I
Trying
think
to get one
krakens
to
are more
follow
squiddy.
my finger.
You see one of them starts following after a bit.
Look, I made a friend.
You see like it takes its fin out and does the same back to you.
Guys, I made a friend.
That's not a normal fish thing.
Then it pulls away and starts swimming away.
Not a normal fish thing.
Mage stuff.
After a few minutes of you kind of walking around exploring the area, you see a woman with long, straight salt and pepper hair, these golden eyes, brown skin. She's about 5'8", kind of lean build. Has these tan and blue accented mage robes with this off-white shawl draped across her shoulders. She approaches you. Welcome to the Blue Oasis. I am Istoria. This is my establishment. What brings you to the Mages Guild? I assume this is a maybe social visit?
We're actually adventurers.
We're looking to offload some wares.
Yeah, might have some material components that might be of interest to you guys.
I see. What kind of materials did you have then?
I just hold open the bag and hold it. Just pull out a list. We, the Moonstone Guard, offer... I'm
What
just
are-
going to turn to you because I don't actually know what they are.
You can ignore whatever he's saying. So we have We have a fresh Gorgon gland, a Gorgon head, heart of a flying chimera. We got some nice cuts of Gorgon meat, still well preserved. Poison sac from a chimera. We have a set of Umberholt claws. We also have a troll's heart. We have an arm. Nope, that's not. We have.
Pull the arm. No, wait, nope, not.
I do that every time I start to pull a box up. Nope, that's not it. Not for sale. We also have. What else do you guys have? I'm just going off of what's in my inventory.
We have 1 vial of modes of elemental energy. We have some interesting, and I pull out one of the small 3-inch tower crystals of shade and tea. We have one of these.
Wait, what?
A few of these.
Oh, wait.
Interesting.
Shade and tea in case you.
I have like a little guy.
She has one little guy, yeah.
Yeah. It's just a little tower. So we have these. Might have in to get some more of these. Did you say troll heart?
Yep.
Did you say we have 4 gem eyes from flaming skulls? I think that's what they were. Were they flame skulls?
Rotting.
Rotting skull.
Rotting skulls.
Weren't those for?
All of this is technically 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Potentially.
We could also just hand them though. Do we have it all? This is out of character. Do we have it all on a list in the world, or is this just on our
You
character's
think
memory?
we carry a ledger?
Yeah.
I mean, as much stuff as we're collecting.
She might carry
Yeah.
a ledger for real, but like in character.
True.
Yeah, I would likely have an in-character ledger.
But I'm doing it very much by pulling stuff out. Like,
Oh, okay.
We have this, and then that's why I always have the bug,
Okay.
the arm joke. Is just the.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, the motes of elemental energy, those interest me, as does the Gorgon meat. We actually serve as a delicacy different magical creatures we've come across. So that actually we do have a use for. The motes we might be able to use in some of our recipes, but the rest we don't deal in enchantments here.
Do you?
What do you guys deal in up here?
More the exchange of knowledge than raw components. I mean, I'm sure you might be able to find some mages around here that would be interested in that sort of thing, but we don't manage the trade. Although, the Gorgon meat we definitely would be able to use and add to our menu. In fact, if you're interested in hearing a couple of our specials, I'd be happy to purvey them.
Sure.
Well, we have deep broth steak and a glass of whiskey for 6 silver pieces. Bargain, I assure you. Roasted wyvern and a glass of whiskey as well. And then finally, a cave fisher cake with a tankard of beer.
Cave Fisher.
Yes.
Are these
We did.
fish menu, or are they for aesthetics?
Aesthetics. But we do offer, for select clientele, the ability to perchance, take one of them as a meal.
Most of them are fish I've never seen before.
We pride ourselves on that. This aquarium is select fish that we've acquired, both from the natural world and unnatural.
Makes sense.
But if you're looking for membership, we're happy to provide it for those that are capable.
Membership.
Capable, huh?
Well, a bit of the arcane flair that one may have. That is normally the, not say cost for admission, but or price for admission, but more of the necessary kinship of our clientele.
I broke one of your locks. Does that count?
I'm sorry?
I was able to unlock one of the locks of the bathhouse. Does that count?
Oh, I did hear about that. It does. We should talk later. So,
I mean,
what were you looking for in terms of cost? Gold pieces?
what would you offer for the Gorgon meat?
Well, we don't exactly acquire Gorgon meat terribly often, so I would say 50 gold pieces, depending on how many flanks of steak you have.
How much do we have?
I just have nice cuts of Gorgon meat.
So we actually never truly defined it, but we would say that you had, let's see, probably 20 pounds.
Okay.
You got a good amount of it.
Yeah, 50 for this. So you guys think that's?
You got roughly 20 pounds.
In that case, 75 gold pieces.
None of the lower people seem interested, so
Yeah,
this is
might
what I
as
was
well.
expecting to take it.
The motes
Kind of
of elemental energy, though, what type of element? Fire?
Probably the kind that like deteriorates.
Oh, that's a shame.
Necrotic.
We don't really have much use for that. But you might be able to ask some of the clientele, see if they may be interested.
Good to know. Good to know.
I mean, making it even 80 for the meat.
Make a persuasion check.
It's like there's 4 of us.
What does that mean?
Split it evenly.
Oh, I thought you meant like fight her. I was like,
There's
Yeah.
4 of us.
got very confused there for a second.
15.
15? Just kind of looks. We haven't had Gorgon meats for some time. Deal.
Fair enough. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I no. At the bar.
Yeah, I figured.
He just wanted to make a show.
Juliana, as you look, there was a woman working behind the bar that has extremely curly blonde hair with green eyes. She's about 5'7", but fairly like kind of muscular build. As she looks over and hears her name, you notice that she walks over. She has this really like kind of baggy, loose-fitting clothing. And as you take out the 20 pounds of it, you see her kind of, okay. And as she goes to pick it up, you see her muscles actually swell as she grows a full foot taller, and then takes the meat and walks behind the bar.
That's a cool trick. I like that.
Yeah. What is that trick?
Easy, Tiger.
That's just a cool trick.
I'm not from around here. He's walking.
I wasn't gonna ask her directly.
I thought you were.
Nah, I was just stating that was a cool trick out loud too. But, alright. So, 80 gold for that.
I just did 20 each. Is that reasonable? And then I will follow you guys on what we're doing next. Ooh, do you have any actually, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do you have any, so you say you're a kind of a trader. What do you guys, besides foods, what do you have to offer that
Well,
we might be interested in? Or
again-
where could you point us to someone?
It's more the sharing of knowledge and trading
Yeah.
of knowledge. So, if you're looking for something, let's say, about some sort of Fey, Fiend, or Undead. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I tried to. We may have some sort of books or anything that, if you're willing to add to them, then you would be free to use them. Basically, providing some sort of knowledge that we don't already have. Typically, that's the kind of thing that we're really looking for.
How do we know what kind of knowledge you don't have?
That's kind of the trick, isn't it? Well, you may feel free to offer a piece of knowledge to me, or, just gonna look around. Don't have any of our regulars in. I'd be the best one.
It seems like diminishing returns would kick in eventually.
They do.
The more knowledge you gain, the less you can give out. Because the less chance of someone coming with something new.
Oh, new things happen all the time here. In fact, some of those artificers are providing some very interesting information. Kind of a new craft.
Oh.
Fascinating.
Interesting. Well,
Would you have anything you wish to share? Any sort of discoveries you found?
We've ran into hags using. Oh my god, why am I going blank on the name of the crystal?
Stirring?
Storing. Hags using storing to try and create more hags.
That's something I hadn't heard before.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting process.
I mean, she's dead now.
She wasn't quite successful, but she made some half-breeds.
Out of
It's
ogres.
interesting.
Ogres.
Ogres. That's unusual. We've heard of children being taken and processed, either turned into hags or something therein, but not ogres.
Yeah,
Well.
it seemed like she was harnessing some of the...
Oh. Story time.
Would you like to hear the tale of how we killed the hag?
No, I was thinking of Pharaoh Fall.
Oh, yeah, that's right, too. Yeah, in Pharaoh Fall, the, Moonstone Guard was able to lift a curse on the land.
Moonstone Guard.
That's us.
Oh, I see. I wasn't given a name of your troop.
Adventuring band, yes.
Hmm.
Do you have a minute? I'd be happy to tell you the tale. Clip Notes version, of course.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's your time to hear about our Lord.
What would you like
and
to
Savior.
drink?
I'm gonna whisper to you.
On
I'm
me.
only vaguely sorry.
Would you wish to join us? I'm sure you've heard the tale. You were there, but
Yeah.
I've heard this tale too many times.
Oh, whiskey or whatever equates to it.
so you walk to the bar and order a couple drinks. See both them poured, and she walks back with you. Oh, let's sit by one of the fireplaces.
Perfect.
I find them very comfortable. She hands you a glass. And as you sit down, you don't feel any fire from it. It's really just exuding light. Although you do feel like this inherent warmth. It's not a physical one. It's almost more emotional. It's kind of a weird effect that you're like, okay, all right.
So I begin to tell the tale of Pharaoh Fall.
A performance check, please. And I will give you advantage with it. Although, if you want to assist, absolutely.
I am keeping myself within distance to do my usual.
15.
15. She's definitely appreciating the story.
Not good best performance.
Yeah, not my best performance,
Yeah.
but it's not nighttime, it's not a tavern, I'm not a couple drinks in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta get a little more loosened up.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a little intimidated because it's a higher clientele.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the probably a little distracted too by the the above ground pool, literally above ground
Yeah.
pool.
Well, plus they're a little more knowledgeable to see through the extravagance.
Yeah.
But I lean heavy on the details of the wound and what we saw through it. Hand thing. And
You see her actually at a certain point pull out a sheet of paper, and she just starts taking notes. This is incredibly detailed, and I thank you for that.
Of course. And, I tell her about the dragon that they seem to be polluting and changing into something else.
Make an insight check. Normally don't call for that too often.
That's better. 20 or 20.
Okay. When you mention seeing a dragon, you see her eyes like light up. And you see that she is like genuinely not just like surprised and interested, but like pulled in at that point. Especially with that one bit of information. You saw a dragon.
Yeah, it was, unfortunately, it was a young, and I just tell her what it is, but I will look up what it was.
Out of character, do we still have the dragon scales? Or do we?
No, it's being used on your sword.
It's been so long. I'm
It
sorry.
has.
I keep telling myself I'm gonna read a notebook and then I don't.
As
Okay.
as you're kind of giving her these details, you see this kind of almost a bit of fear behind her eyes too. She says, "Well, I'm relieved to know that you've dealt with the dragon. There was a time, rumor has it, that they roamed this world, fed upon the people, and were just terrors both in the sky, sea, and on the ground. So, knowing that you dealt with one, and managed to dispatch it no less too, it's quite an achievement.
Yeah, it was a deep dragon, and they were turning it into a shadow dragon.
I see. Well,
It was a young one.
down there is also where we killed the Umber Hulk, but it was a possessed one, wasn't it? Like a zombified Umber Hulk?
Not at first. It was tamed at first,
Oh, no, it was captured, and then we set it free and ran off.
and then it got undeaded in the Underwood.
Oh yeah, there was an under forest of evilness that we burned down.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Have you heard about dragons coming back?
And she kind of like leans in. I heard that at the time of the bleed, there was a dragon released.
To the
But-
time of the bleed.
But I don't know where. It is mostly rumor. We also have not seen one. And if
Any rumor as to what kind?
ancient.
Out of character, is this that dragon that was released from the lock in the forest?
What was her name again?
Her name Iristria.
Aristria?
Mm-hmm. Iristrea. And she's definitely had like this kind of, not exactly like elegance, but like kind of like composed stature and demeanor this whole time. But at the mention of a dragon, you see her kind of shaken at that.
Well, if there's only tell of one being released, and now we've seen another, chances are it's either breeding or it found more.
Hmm.
If you ever hear of any more, I feel like you probably know how to get in touch.
So
Please do.
with that,
Well,
you were saying that we can become members, which I assume gives us greater access up here, not having to go out of our way to find day passes.
yes, you'd be able to purvey the books, free reign of that, and you'd be welcome to use any of our rooms that we have as well.
So, admittedly, not all of us are the most arcane inclined, but as a group, we're fairly worldly and not adventurable. That's not the word I want. Capable. Can we, as a group, get membership?
Yes, we wouldn't only provide membership to those that only had arcane ability. We recognize the Moonstone Guard as a collective, much as we are.
Okay. It's like I can curse people, but spells aren't my thing.
Curses are something, though.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have to do a party trick.
Well, you know some of our tale.
Hmm.
What more do you need to know to gain membership?
I would say this is actually quite a lot already. Wasn't expecting this. The details you provided, they will be valuable.
Well, if
So-
you need me to hold this for any amount,
What?
any images for any amount of time, you just let me know. For
Yes.
sketching.
I am curious. You say will be valuable. In what way?
Well, as the saying goes, knowledge is power. And knowing that there are creatures out there that can do these things, and that, well, there's at least one other dragon confirmed within the world, that I need to reach out to some of my associates and let them know.
I would love a piece of the action if they ever go hunting, so do reach out.
Oh, we could go hunting dragons for you.
Well, this is going to require a bit of coordination on my part, but I can reach out to some of those that I know of. I have friends in different, we'll say, arcane schools that may have some use for this information. So,
You also seem pretty good at locating information.
take quite a bit of pride in.
Yes. So I take off the necklace with the thumb in it. Is there a way you think you can track the owner of this? Or previous owner?
Mind? Looks at it. Oh, Well, a scrying spell.
I think we know where she is, love.
Well, that will be a place we go. You said we couldn't go there because you didn't think she'd be there.
No, I said we couldn't go there because we weren't ready.
I can cast the spell, find out where they are.
Hasn't
You
always
literally have a finger of the creature. This is about as good as you can get in terms of locating one.
It's true.
been all it took for me to figure out where this bitch is.
It still moves too. See, tink tink.
And then it kind of like shudders. Oh! Wasn't expecting that.
Creepy, right?
Yes.
If you could.
Well, I can. But we should have a more formal membership done before that. She hands it back to you.
Oh, do we get Dakota rings?
Something to that effect, yes.
What does... So, I understand that there are benefits to membership. Are there any expectations?
Of course. So, by being a member of the Blue Oasis Mages Guild, you would disavow any other guilds to which you are subscribed, to say the least. We would be your guild of choice. You wouldn't have ties to other ones. We don't want to have people competing with competing interests.
Mage guilds, you mean?
Oh, you want us to subscribe?
Any guilds.
You gotta hit a bell.
Yes. If you like.
It took me way too long to figure that out. I'm so mad.
You would notify us if we went to that bell.
I thought it was back to the wrestling thing with the bell. That's where I went. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
They both work. So, there would be that, and in terms of there is a payment that is also expected. Nothing much. Member services, member dues. Because a silver gold a month. Or, I'm sorry, a gold piece per month. Right.
A silvered gold.
I think
My
it's
brain
called
just went.
I think that's called a platinum.
No.
Silver gold.
Yeah, silver gold would be electrum, which.
Would be what?
Electrum. It's another piece that just you don't. It's an alloy, but all of them are.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
So-
intervals of 10, but electrum's like a 5.
No,
in the
one
middle.
gold piece equals 2.
Ah, okay, right. So then it would be, I think, a silver, gold, and platinum alloy, which, yuck. So, as she then says, I apologize. It would be 1 gold piece per month due. Really, more for formality than anything.
So if we're out adventuring, how do we pay you?
Either ahead of time, or you can catch up. But catching up, well, there's a bit of a, we'll say, tax. Interest, if you will.
Late fees.
Yes.
On that note, is this Mage Guild exclusive to this town, or do you have branches?
Well, the guild itself is exclusive to Inictal. However, we do have partnerships with other mage guilds.
Franchises?
No franchises, no.
That's where the
But
money is.
we do work closely with, if you may have heard of them, the Institute in Milvain.
We're actually friends with them.
Oh, well, should have led with that.
We don't know how many of the guilds talk to each other.
Well, we don't like to advertise it, but we do have a friendly relationship with them. Often our members are allowed there, their members are allowed here, though we are 2 separate entities, to be sure.
Are there any guilds, mage or otherwise, that maybe you're not on the best terms with?
Well, like most mages, we do not set foot in metropolis, as they don't take kindly to arcane magics any longer, so.
What about the Crimson Cow?
They don't exactly align with mage interests, but we don't really have any sort of affiliation with them.
But
So-
they compete a bit over relics and stuff.
They do.
Say our travels were to take us to somewhere like Metropolis. And are we required to somehow not advertise. What? Why are words not thing? What?
Words are hard.
Are we required to identify ourselves, or can we just, what they don't know doesn't hurt them?
I would operate under that assumption.
I don't know if, like, you're gonna try and brand us or tattoo us.
Oh, no.
No, we're not the law.
No, we actually, when your friend said decoder rings, it's actually pretty close to what we would provide.
Oh, so we just take the ring off and put it in a pocket.
It's a guild signet, yes. Signet ring.
I assume it's magically binding.
There is magic involved, yes. It doesn't bind to your person by any means. You're free to take it off. But there are some enchantments that come along with it.
So we can't be associated with like any other guild, though, right?
Correct.
I think.
Out of character, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Time out.
It's a thieves guild, right? That I'm a part of.
You are, yes.
What they don't know, don't hurt them. It's kind of the way of a thieves guild, right?
That's why I asked about the Crimson Cowl and not.
I mean, is a thieves guild officially a guild, or is it just a collection of like-minded thieves?
What's the
There are
difference?
arguments to be made.
One,
Yeah,
Wording.
Yeah, true.
I'm a part of a family.
One probably
not a
has some
guild.
sort of like government charter, the other one doesn't.
Very Italian kind of vibes there. I'm part of a family.
Topolino.
I'm on a mission.
Oh, I just realized that. Sorry. Salvatore book. The little halfling gets reborn into it creates like a halfling thieves guild.
Oh,
But they're called the Topolinos, so it's also very Italian.
yeah.
They ride little
Real.
ponies.
Real subtle on that nod.
Yeah.
Any other requirements for membership?
No. If you have any information, we would expect it to be shared. Not to be sure.
Is there an easy way to contact you? I mean, is there someone we should contact when we have information? Just to funnel it down the line. I can reach out.
Oh, I would be the best one to reach out to.
Do
But
the walkie-talkie rocks, or do you do?
Juliana actually also would be one of the people you could reach out to as well.
Be like, I'll say in her mind if she lets me in. I don't need a element or a magic piece to speak with you. I could just do it.
She kind of gives you this nod in acknowledgement.
You're doing the weird nodding thing again.
Everybody? You gotta do that to everybody.
So like we would be like essentially inaugurated or like initiated. That's the word I'm looking for. As the group, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
The group as a whole, but the members still.
True.
Pay.
I was just wondering if there was like any downside for like my character to do this, since he's more of a martial.
I don't think
So's he. He's more of a
I would say
martial.
that's why I was asking, because I was. This is all out of character, sorry.
Yeah.
I was worried that it was gonna be like those two would be like, yeah, cool, let's do it, and then they'd be
Yeah.
like, no, you guys are those ruffian stabby types. No, we're good.
The only one that has a harder time in this group right now is me.
Well, when you looked around, you did see other people that did have more of like a kind of martial leanings. Like the artificers are very capable in terms of combat as well, but they also still have those kind of arcane elements. So
Right.
there is that to them. And yeah, to your by a quick glance, you didn't see many other people that didn't fit into some sort of like arcane leanings within the tavern, the Blue Oasis.
Part of the group, man.
Yeah.
Are there like martial guilds and stuff like that, similar to like what this would like a mage's guild? And stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can't leave your membership at any point,
True.
right?
Are you okay in character? Or?
In character,
I'm just like,
and if we should
would
ever
I-
want to leave membership.
Oh, that'd be permitted too. We don't have any sort of binding over you, right?
Eternity clause.
Right. No.
Just like, we want to retire, we want to join a different guild, say, I wanted to become a laborer for some reason.
Oh, we'd be sad to see you leave, as your information is quite valuable. But we understand. It may not be a good fit. We don't hold any harsh feelings over people that would want to leave.
Or like if just like one of us were to leave.
Well, again, not desired, but we would understand.
I'm just wondering if if we would lose say I were to join a different guild, but everyone else stayed in this one, if I would lose the ability to come up to the upper terrace if we ever came back to Iniktal.
Asking in character or not?
Whichever gets me an answer.
You are.
I like that. I like that.
Okay, so then that was in character.
Okay.
If other members of your adventuring party, the Moonstone Guard, still had membership within here, then you would be allowed
Okay.
by association.
Sorry, he's more of the martial, less of the mystical kind of thing. And I think this is our first time ever.
Well, I believe that
joining a guild.
there's a certain panache to rage. If you can control it.
Harnessing one's inner cow. Bull, if you will.
Cowrie.
It's like some bullshit.
Cowrie.
Yeah, so.
It's like bulls on a parade.
Bow.
That almost sounds lyrical.
Don't encourage it.
I can't help
Just
it.
rage
Oh
against
no, I said
it.
that in character.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes you just gotta rage against it.
Like the machine of society, you gotta rage against sometime.
Sounds very. I wish there was a word for that, just feeling. Something short, succinct, to the point, like
Emo.
punk.
Just call it rage against the machine emo.
Did. Internet, come for him.
It's our second
There's
musical
and they
trilogy
will.
in 2
They're
episodes.
clearly not an emo fan, but they are very depressing.
We know Satellite Empire, right?
That's Pat.
Ah,
Now, if you guys
So-
can't tell, we're feeling a fight coming on and we're avoiding it.
Or is it? It's not Yi.
That's ye.
I thought it was you.
Yeah. Let's say it's
Feeling
Yi,
a
my bad.
fight?
Yeah. Well
Yay.
done, sir. Well done.
I
Anyway.
think we'd like to join.
Well, I'll ask this ahead of time as to make sure that everyone is willing. Who would like to join the guild?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to, you can still
I'm-
come up by association. If you want to go
I'll
off.
join, and I just wanted to make sure there wasn't any sort of complications in case
No, we'll come for you.
in case there was another guild that fit me better later on.
Wow.
Like
wow.
the Rage Guild.
So your word doesn't mean anything. It's all about who's ever best at that time. Who says you're not going to leave us for a better adventuring group?
Who says I wouldn't?
Hey, Tony, how long is a year? Is it 12 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I kept mine. It's fair. No. It's a fair
It's a
question.
very reasonable question, but
It is.
just out of context is just real funny.
True.
Guys, how long's a year?
Yeah. I was not so.
It's a baker's dozen.
Yeah. I made it still 365 days. 12 months, 7 days in a week. Just different names. That's all.
Which month gets the short stick and only has 28 days?
They
That
all
month
have 30.
would be.
No, Tony's world is a perfect world. They all have the same number of days.
Fabricia?
Right. You know what? They do. They're all 30 days.
Yeah.
What's
Wait a minute, there's 365 days.
Yep, so we're changing that too. All right. Falloon was the one that got the short end of the stick, but it doesn't now, since they're all the same. I'll change that later. Because we can just do that whenever we want. So, yeah. So, as, so you're kind of, with this excited expression, excellent. Well, it is a bit easier to have everyone join, so, we have to go to the bar first. We have a tradition here in terms of, membership drink. So,
Are we going to remember this in the morning?
oh, I assure you, you will, and hopefully, you don't decide to change your mind. So, she walks you over to the bar. You see her with just this big smile. Juliana, we have 4 new members of the Blue Oasis, As you see, Juliana kind of has a smile curl across her face as well. Ah. Well then, one moment.
Can I do a perception check on that smile?
You made an insight check.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah, insight check. Sure, go for it.
Just got to do it suspiciously. Insight check.
It's not great.
I wanted to detect thoughts earlier so bad, but I'm like, she's
11.
What's that?
11.
11. Well, actually, that's all right. You can't read her at all. You look, you're like, I don't know what that meant.
She is a mystery wrapped in an enigma.
That's a face.
No.
She's got a face.
I need better wisdom.
Facts.
Wait, in character?
So,
It itches.
as you see, this is Juliana kind of like head down beneath the bar. She set of stairs that you just didn't see were there at all. You see Aristria kind of just look at you all. So, how do you feel about alcohol with a bit of extra kick to it?
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Does it bite back?
Oh, it does.
Oh, does it? Can you snap into it?
One could say you could.
Want to throw things across this table.
You hear a heavy set of footsteps walking up stairs again you didn't see originally. As you see Juliana take this, it has it's a blue decanter that has this blown glass kind of effect to it that has. I'm trying to describe it best. It's a long stem necked bottle with like these kind of almost like a flower pattern arrangement of the bottle itself, like the
Sounds
basic.
like a vase turned wine bottle.
No, it has
Basically.
a name.
Is it an
Yeah.
alembic?
Huh?
Is it like an alembic?
I don't know. Trying to describe the item, but I don't know the name of it. So I was just like a decanter. But as she pours out this liquid, you see it has a bit of like this kind of cooled frost effect to it. And then you immediately see like steam come off of it too. As she sets it down, she sets one for each one of you. One for herself, one for Aristria.
So, real quick, we have. Well, we'll be able to come back up after this, won't we? Okay, so the rest of the day doesn't have to. Our day pass is only good for a day, so I didn't want this to ruin the rest of the day. But now we'll be able to come back later. So.
Oh no, I assure you, this won't ruin your day. It will.
Ruin might be a strong word. Maybe compromise.
Well, depends on how well you hold your liquor.
Getting that Constitution saving throw ready to go.
So, Juliana, the rings too. Oh, right. You see her reach into this like kind of small, looks like a small like iron chest. She opens it up. You kind of see these carvings, like these runic designs on it, and she takes out a ring in each one and drops it into the glass. As you see it begin bubbling and fizzing. Part of the thing, just be mindful of the rings inside your drinks. Don't swallow them.
Trick, you put your finger over it. Stop taking bombs. Like mixed drinks, just it keeps it from going all the way down. Also, are you taking one? Not the ring part. Are you taking one with us?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, they both have one.
Obviously,
Oh,
I don't.
do they?
I don't have a ring in mine.
Yeah, that's what. Obviously.
And then Aristria. Yes, and I don't have one in mine either. So she raises up her glass.
Real quick,
If
are
you're
they wearing the rings right now?
make a quick perception check.
That's a 6, 7, 15?
15?
15.
You don't see them. Neither one are wearing rings in their hands.
As long as I'm like, speaking of rings, where are yours?
Oh, she does a quick gesture, and you see it appear on her hand.
Oh.
And she does it again for the higher level numbers. So,
Ready.
I just immediately went to pyramid scheme, but anyway, go ahead.
No, do we just sign up for an MLM?
Yep.
as she cheers you all and says, "Welcome to the Blue Oasis." And as everyone takes the shot, does everyone take the shot?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first, yeah, let's cheers on this. Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.
That doesn't have to be an alcohol drink.
You didn't tap?
Still counts.
So, I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I called that. Do I get advantage because I called it?
No.
Damn it.
Do I get advantage because I'm beefy?
Nope. Nobody gets advantage on this.
But it is a Constitution save.
It is a Constitution saving throw, yes.
18
Okay.
with my tiny modifier.
So,
13.
Okay.
Which is scary because that's right where the saves usually are.
Die at 20.
Nice.
21.
What?
Okay.
The guy with probably maxed out Constitution got a.
Yes,
I
I
want
do
to
have
take
max
the
Constitution.
shot, and I want to catch the ring on my tongue.
Oh, I was gonna say I
Absolutely. Yep. You absolutely do.
was gonna stick my tongue out like into it to like stick it through the ring and then
Alright,
drink.
Stop being weird.
And then I was gonna like catch it on my tongue, but then like catch it right there, and then like put it on my finger.
Gotcha.
I wasn't gonna be that cool. I was just gonna stick
You're
my.
just like tonguing the ring. This is weird. I don't like this.
I'm gonna keep eye contact with Juliana while I do it though, because she smirked at us.
She did. So,
Also,
we
how was
need to
that
know.
taken? I want to know how that is. She hitting on her? Is that how Juliana took that? Because that's weird.
Oh, we need to go.
Juliana kind of gets taken aback a little bit and sees how well you drink the alcohol. You see her kind of. Okay, all right. So, everyone saves fine.
What was?
Rainier being a little bit more difficult. You
Did
all
I
feel.
hit it?
Huh?
Like, did I hit it at the point?
Yes, you did hit it.
I called it.
But yeah.
Again.
But it is a that's the number 2 hit to succeed. So, as everyone takes these shots, though they are cooled, as you could see, like the glass itself looked like it probably had some sort of cooling effect. The shot itself is incredibly hot. So it has a kind of like outer portion is cold, inner portion is nuked, kind of like an inverse microwave nuked. Nuked.
So it's like
Nuke.
it's like an inverse hot pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Inverse hot pocket.
No, all the hot pockets are cold on the outside and burn the shit out of the middle.
I've only had the opposite.
Yeah.
Where the outside's hot and the
Where,
inside's
like where
cold.
the inside doesn't
yeah.
cook.
Right.
I don't know. I also just don't eat hot pockets.
Right. No, I haven't in years,
had
but
it
I.
in years.
Yeah, but
I
you
still,
remember.
I still remember.
Yeah. Like, oh god, it's too hot, and then you get to the center and it's still
It's
frozen.
cold.
One
you're
never
like, what the
forgets
hell?
their hot pocket.
True. So as you take these shots and it has this really strange effect going on,
My first hot pocket.
you definitely feel the effects of the alcohol like hit you almost immediately. And though everybody did save, you all are tipsy right now, like instantly within just the one shot.
Yeah, let's do more.
I'm ready for another story.
And that includes even the Tauren, or I'm sorry, not Tauren, Minotaur of the group.
Minotaurin.
Yeah, Minotaurin. There you go.
God damn it.
Minotaur?
Huh?
The Minotaur?
Well, right, both.
The Minotaur.
Oh, I was like, why is
Yeah.
there torn in the game? Then I realized it's probably copyrighted.
Yeah. Also,
They, yeah, they named it that so they could copyright it.
yeah. So,
You know.
I think I looked that up recently.
Rainier, though you're though you are feeling tipsy, you're fighting off the effect of being full on drunk, because you definitely feel the alcohol hit, and though you're able to maintain, you're like, okay, that's strong.
This is why I don't fucking drink. You.
You're such an angry drunk here.
I'm gonna go. I just see the fish. I'm just like,
They're fine in there. So the rings, you're free to wear them. You'll notice yours do expand as you go to put them on your finger.
still pulling at the glass.
Fire. Go.
Fire.
There's
You
a,
like to curl
there's
up
a
in front of the
fireplace.
fireplace.
Not there yet. Jackass. Sorry.
Well,
That's my cousin.
again, I thank you for deciding to join our guild and welcome you all. So, in terms of your next plan of action, what do you have going on? I'm eager to hear. New memberships are always interesting as they have stories to tell. And what's next?
I'll pay a year in advance, just so that I'll pay a year of dues in
Oh,
advance.
excellent. Most people tend to do that.
Yeah.
That seems
Samesies.
logical.
I guess I do that as well.
Do we all have to do it, or do we just do it as one?
Individuals, yes.
Okay.
What? You think they're gonna make a profit that way?
I don't know.
We wouldn't make a profit with just these dues either.
That's the point.
So,
I would love to learn more about what's known about dragons, if anything. And
Oh, fuck dragons. Hags. Tell us hags.
he would also like to know about hags, so if you could point us in the direction of finding that when he's
Fuckers.
more sober, he can peruse the stacks for those.
we would prefer
No.
that. The books, though we do have many magical things here, they're not. So, if you were to damage them, that would be not great.
Oh no, I'm not. Fuck, reading's hard right now. There's a lot of triple words.
Oh, do you have books about the gods?
We do, yes.
Oh, do you have
I
any
just
on
gotta look this up
Luciana?
right now.
Luciana, I'm not familiar with that
Oh,
one.
she's a moon goddess. The greatest moon goddess.
Do you mean Silenthia?
He's in love with the
Oh, no,
moon
the
thing.
littler one.
Oh,
The one true moon god.
Yeah.
the blue one. I didn't know that one actually had a name. I
Water.
thought that was still up for debate.
Oh, no. She's actually been around longer than
Actually,
Cynthia.
having fun with them.
but
Really?
she kind of fell into kind of a, I don't know what you call it, I guess slumber or something, because her power was sealed away, because, yeah, I'm looking for her in all her shrines.
Oh, interesting. Well, yes, you're free to peruse our selection.
So when you were taking notes earlier, is that so you can create more books?
Yes. Add them to some of our existing tomes if they fit in with any of the information we've already gleaned, or write new ones.
So in those, actually for real though, I keep forgetting the name of it.
I'm so proud of you role-playing being drunk, too. Well done.
Yes.
How far you've come. Please continue, sorry.
I mean, I might be.
Oh, right, yeah.
No.
So we don't have the 100 proof stuff back there.
No.
Was it 50? I don't remember.
It's no 50
It was,
proof. That's
well,
not-
no. It was like
that's
150
wine.
or something.
The D1.
No, it was the strong. No, it was 100 proof, yeah.
So yeah, the
Anyway.
black.
Right,
But
yeah.
no, that's not there.
Right.
It's just regular.
Right.
So the hold on. You're tearing. Why? This is so hard to read.
Tarandine.
Oh,
Torrandine.
Torringdine.
Torrandine. So. Okay, the magical computer thingy you broke. So Torringdine, there's a hive. There's a hag hive. It's a hag hive.
I've heard of the insects that run through those woods, but I haven't heard about a hag.
So no, for real though, I can't get us to stop this. Shit. So I've started taking notes, everyone, starting today. Who told us about
Progress.
I remember
The-
I remember specific things, not like the
Mage
details.
Institute.
It was the half hag that was.
Oh, the half
what was from the
So we heard someone may have been turned into a half hag in a hive of hags in the woods next to the missing thicket.
Child was a
Oh.
child.
Oh,
We're trying
that's-
to convert her, but she managed to get away.
Oh, well, good for them.
Point is,
Hmm.
hag hive.
Yep. In the Torrending woods, he wants
Yeah.
to go clear it out.
Because I think. Oh, right. Scrying spell.
Yes.
That's
So-
where he thinks Hag Hand is.
Well, if you have some time. I don't have anything else for my day.
Alright, here. I'm going to hand it to you, and then I'm just going to go find. Why are these fires warm? How do I make it warm?
Did you actually want it warmer? I mean, we generally don't have it very warm. It's normally pretty warm in and itself.
I like toasty.
Ren takes out her band and puts it back on and makes it cold again.
You
Make the whole place warm. Just
It's gonna make the whole place warm.
one. How many fires? So sorry, out of character. How many fires?
Is there a window that you can just lay down in?
There are windows for the room too, but there are 4 fireplaces.
I'm gonna take the one farthest away, pull a chair up in front of it, and go warmer.
You see her kind of flick at the wrist, and you see the fire, though it doesn't actually change at all. The color, the intensity of it, now it starts exuding actual heat.
And then I'm gonna move the chair back 2 steps, and then curl up in it.
Did he want me to still perform the scrying?
Yes.
Well, I gave him the necklace.
Yes. Her.
We'll take down notes for him.
So because I'm not magical, I think it takes way longer. That's
His magical knowledge is
We've
kind
had a
of
scrying
limited.
spell before, though.
have we?
Yeah.
Like for real though?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were trying to figure out
Awkward.
what happened to Bug.
And did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw him.
So I'm running away.
Well,
The missing arm.
doesn't tell us anything.
So, she looks around. I prefer to probably perform this spell in private. Would anyone want to accompany me?
Sure.
Yeah, I will.
We'll head back to my private study. She leads you kind of into the back, and she heads to what looks like just kind of this small office. And as she opens up the doorway, much like the TARDIS, it is bigger on the inside.
Everything's bigger, same shit.
Yep. It's not like a huge expanse by any means, but it's easily like 2 or 3 times larger than what you would expect it to be once you kind of like approach this room. And as you walk inside, it is a 2-story study with a dozen bookcases from floor to ceiling, with another private fireplace and a kind of table with some arcane elements on it, different crystals that you can see too, and a tome there as well, currently open. And as she walks you over to the fireplace, you see what looks kind of like a very rough, or not rough, but very faint, not really noticeable kind of like spell casting circle put into the wood, like delicately carved into it. And as she leads you over to it, okay, well, this is where I like to perform most of my magic. It helps me center and focus. So, did you have a name for the creature by chance? Was it just the finger?
Just the finger.
Thanks.
Not a name.
This actually sounds like something I would have written down, because I think you did give us a name.
I don't know that I did.
I think it was one of the...
I looked it up, but I don't know that I ever actually gave you the name in character.
Yep.
I do have named parentheses insert name. I really thought you did.
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
Alright.
No, we just have Anya's name, who is
Okay.
the Hexblood.
Man, I would swear to God you did, but alright.
Okay. So, as she begins to cast the spell, it takes a little while as she kind of focuses and takes a minute to kind of like prepare the circle, and she sets down a few crystals that kind of help assist with both anchoring herself to the world, but then also extending her senses out. And as she holds the, she kind of sits down cross-legged. She kind of sets the vial with the finger in it in one of the circles. As you see her pause and kind of place her hands on her legs and focuses, she waits for a moment. I can't. Sorry, I can't find whose ever finger this belongs to.
I mean, it did feel kind of like a long shot. It is a hag after all.
Yeah. Likely
Can I-
has protection.
Can a scrying spell only work on the same plane?
Out of character?
Yeah.
It does only work on creatures in the same plane of existence.
Yeah, but we don't really know how scrying works.
Yeah.
None of us can do it, anyway.
It's just the hags who
Yeah.
jump planes.
I'd imagine that she's probably got some kind of anti-look-see stuff.
If she's in her lair, she more than likely does. Sorry I couldn't help.
It's alright. While we have you in private, we heard from a storekeeper in town that there may be some members in town that have an artifact we've been looking for. Iron flasks.
Oh, familiar with them.
Yeah, we just kind of try to hunt them out wherever we can find them. Seek to destroy them eventually.
I see. Well, I don't have any here. We don't really deal with arcane items terribly
Sure.
often. I have some myself, and we have the signet rings, but we don't deal in sort of trade or anything like that.
Just didn't know if you knew of anyone in the area that might have
Trying
them
to,
or information on that kind of thing.
Sneak in our way that we're looking for. We're trying to get the attention of the genie.
No,
That we
not that I
think's
can
here?
think of. Although we can ask the other mages that have come in. Members may have some information.
It's a fair point.
You can keep an ear out.
Appreciate that.
Do you have, by the way, any books on genies?
I believe we have some, yes. We have a pretty healthy elemental section, and there should be some information about genies in there.
Alright, perfect.
Well, kind of stands up. So you're going to take a moment, and in that moment, though, she's had this very composed kind of, demeanor around you and very relaxed. You see that she's probably in, like, her later 50s. As it kind of takes her a minute to stand up. If there's one thing that I wish I could do, is roll back the clock.
Don't we all?
Well, shall we?
Yeah, by all means.
Leads you out.
I'll grab the vial.
So she leads you back into the center bar area. Well, you're free to stay here, research as much as you like. Your heart's content.
Wonderful. If we ever wanted to meet the Duke, how would we go about doing that?
Tall order, but
Indeed.
maybe able to arrange something like that.
Wonderful.
What kind of time frame were you wanting? The Duke is busy, and trying to find that time can be difficult.
We'll be here for a while.
Obviously, sooner's better, but if it can be done within the week, it would be much preferred. But
Within the week might be tricky. The Duke normally is quite busy, and from past experience, unless there's something terrible happening,
Sure.
normally getting an ear with him is the soonest is normally, I think, a couple months normally.
Long tail. Well, we might be able to come back sometime.
we heard that the Duke may have some arcane abilities as well.
He does. It's true. Quite the caster, actually.
That's
Dare I
nice.
even say, more powerful than I. But one does not become a regent of an entire city without some ability and wherewithal.
It's not something you see every day, though.
It's true. You don't.
Do they seem to be more like innate kind of abilities, or are they more learned abilities?
Seems more innate. I've only met them a good handful of times. Granted, we haven't talked too much about the arcane. I do appreciate the privacy of, they are a leader, to be sure, and they are one that is favored among the people. But I suspect that some of the reason that they are very hard to reach is that, he's a private person,
Sure.
so.
It would be fascinating. I don't come across people who have any abilities that often. It'd be nice to commiserate with.
It would be nice to know another person with those kind of abilities.
Didn't have much in the way of schooling. I found out a lot as I went.
Oh. Well, I am more of the traditional study and, research, that kind of thing. I often envy those who had innate abilities. It seemed like they had a leg up.
I wouldn't say that, that's for sure. Took my fair share of beatings until I got my legs under me, if you know what I mean.
Sorry. Unfortunately, I do. Desert life is rough at times.
I'm not from around here.
Well, Nital is the jewel of the desert, but there's a lot of the desert that is not a jewel.
Interesting.
I know that much.
Speaking of the jewel, is that actually a jewel up there?
Yes, it's been here for I don't even know how long. Well before I came to the city.
It's
But
amazing. We saw it all the way out in the desert. It was
Mm.
like a beacon. It was so cool.
That
Never
is-
seen anything like it.
that I think was the intended purpose of it.
Well, sure.
Rumor has it was built centuries ago, the palace, and then that was meant to kind of bring people in. And then the waterfalls came, and that provided life, and keeps the city going. Without that spring, we probably would dry up, and well, we wouldn't be here.
That's
Quite a
fair.
romantic sentiment, isn't it? Beacon of hope in such a desolate place.
How long has the Duke been in power?
I'm having trouble remembering. I've sworn he's younger than I am, but I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Thank you for letting me know about the books in the collection. Where were they at?
Elemental section would be that fireplace, one section to the left.
Much
Can I
appreciated.
have insight check to that like little glitch you just had?
Absolutely.
Natural 20
Okay.
for a 24.
She appeared to have some sort of lapse of memory. She didn't appear to be lying at all, but something just stopped her from answering the question.
And dragons would be.
Oh, to the left of that. It's a little alphabetical.
Oh, well, that makes things way easier.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If I can be of any help, let me know. I'll probably make some rounds, see how everyone's doing.
How much time has passed?
Be about an hour, actually.
Can I come back in? Oh, that was. Got toasty. That was strong. What was that?
Oh, that is something that we don't have often here. It's a Remorazed infused vodka.
Do we know what? Do I know what a Remoraz is, or did we use like a?
Make a nature survival check.
Zyla knows what a Remoraz is.
Yeah, she does. Remoraz.
Do you want survival or nature?
Whichever one you want. Or, I'd even go Arcana.
It is not Faith for Undead.
Yeah.
It's amazing how all three of those did that too. 13.
13. You've heard loosely about it.
Sorry.
You're not really too sure exactly what the creature is, but you know it lives up in the Arctic.
No.
Looks like and you've heard it's like some kind of big bug.
I was saying, out of character, are those the worms with the hot backs?
Not worms, but more like centipedes. But
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
that would be them.
Okay. Yeah. So what was what did you find out with the finger? And
She, actually,
I float it like in front of you.
Mage hand.
no, just give it.
You gotta be quicker than
unfortunately, I was not able to find the former owner of this finger.
What would keep you? I thought you seemed so sure that you'd be able to.
I thought I would be able to. Either they are a particularly powerful magic user warded against this kind of thing, or they're not here. Not here as in not on Istoria.
She was a particularly troublesome hag that loves to. Okay. Not even like a sense of direction.
Nothing, I'm sorry.
Just dejected. I'm just gonna. I don't know. What are we doing now?
We were waiting for you to wake up.
Oh, well. And then.
Well, we kind of took care of, the information we needed to come up here for, at least for now.
What did we find on that?
They don't have any flasks. And I found a book about genies.
You'd need to roll for that.
I want to roll to find a book about genies.
Investigation check.
I'll still take you. You're fine.
It is still on the table.
It is 16.
16. So yeah, you do find a book about elementals. And as you thumb through it, you find a bunch about different variety. There are just pure elementals that are fire, air, water, earth. There are half ones. Interestingly, you don't find any mention of genies in the book.
I am gonna take a look-see on dragons.
Okay.
See if I can hone in specifically on any legend, lore, or first-hand accounts of the dragon that came out during the bleed, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. An investigation check as well. And Patrick, if you had anything else,
I would like to talk to Istoria again
okay.
after her investigation.
I feel like it's Red Rover. Send Istoria over.
Yeah. So you said 14. Just kind of looking through. You do find books about dragons. They mostly cover like myth and legend and that kind of thing. You don't find anything about the rumored dragon that would have been released during the bleed. But you do find, a couple books about the different types. That there are chromatic dragons and metallic ones, and other ones that may exist but don't have a lot of detail on them. Dorgirin and Rainier, anything you guys want to look into? We'll come back to it.
Looking for books for Luciana.
Luciana? Okay. Investigation check.
I'm just gonna continue continue searching for hag information.
So for hags, this is Fae, technically.
Hey.
Would that apply for investigation checks, though? Or is that only to recall lore? You know what? I'll give you advantage on it. Because you're looking through lore.
Oh, investigation does get advantage.
Oh, okay, cool. There you go. So,
I
Luciana.
got a 10.
10. You do find books about the gods, and specifically information about Cynthia, and how, she was the first moon goddess deity of Istoria. But you don't find...
Ooh, that's a lie.
You don't find much information about Luciana. You do find that there was some fragments about a second moon that existed millennia ago, and you find detailed accounts about there being the second moon again. But beyond that, nothing else.
Okay. Dirty 20.
30-20. What specifically are you looking through for the hag information?
So it's kind of twofold. One is I would have wanted to kind of continue to look for maybe locations or, rumors, tall tales, but
Okay.
Also just maybe more information as far as abilities and confronting. I could see whichever one I would find first, kind of going down that rabbit hole more.
Okay, sure. So with a 20, you find there are some detailed accounts of a hag attack in Coast Rune about 60 years ago. That ended up there being fiends brought into the city and attacked on a day of celebration. It was supposed to be a day of, happy times and everything, but ended up it being the loss of lives of several guards, and that there was a hag there that was able to change her shape, not just an illusion, but actually physically change her shape to appear like a human.
There was gladiatorial fights.
There was. In addition, you find information that you kind of suspected, but deem ultimately to be true. Many hags have an innate resistance to magic, and as such, can be difficult to have magic afflict them, but then also just like kind of target them even.
Oh my god, I just had a question and I forgot. Oh, it might be too late to add this to it, but the whole conversion process. Is there a way to find out more about that, or maybe a remedy, or do you want me to roll again?
I'll say no. For the 20 you got, that's pretty high. You don't find a lot of information regarding the process, like detailed in terms of converting someone into a hag. However, you do find that at the effectively like the level of a hex blood, and if the transformation isn't complete, not even to the point of being a hex blood, but just not converted to a hag yet, it is possible to revert it with strong restorative magics. Specifically, greater restoration spells should be able to revert that kind of transformation. Hexblood's a little more permanent, so you may need to find something even more powerful than that.
It's a greater restoration.
Correct. But it is possible to revert both being a hexblood and a partial transformation to a hag. Once something has been completely transformed, likely you're looking at the highest level of magic for that.
Like wish or below that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sense.
Yeah.
So, does it continue on its own, or is it like if it gets interrupted, it stops where it is?
So there, with the 20, you're not entirely certain there.
Okay.
You know that Hexblood's like partial transformation, but it's more of a, like there's, so I'll say this. You do find that there's details regarding two transformations. There's one that's gradual, where it can be interrupted and then ceases at that point. And there's one that is a complete transformation, but there's no discernible change until the complete transformation happens. It takes a series of days to have the transformation take effect, but you don't see any visible change until that last day.
So, using the girl as an example, it stopped midway. Like I would infer that it stopped midway and it stopped where it is. It's not going to continue.
Correct.
Okay.
That information you're able to glean out of what you researched.
Neat.
Hey, are you sober now?
Yes. Meh. So, what have we found and decided? What's next?
I don't know. There's more of this place to explore, I guess. But we came and talked to the mages, which was our main point. They didn't really want to buy a lot.
Is Arista still near
Aristria.
us? Aristria. Oh, I'm missing an R. Okay, so Aristria. That makes more sense. Aristria. Is she still near us, or are we kind of on our...
Yeah, she's like kind of moving by the bar, just talking with different patrons.
So, quietly to you, it's like, did we find everything, or are we still trying to talk to wannabe genie guy? Do we think he's a genie still? What's that thing?
We can't talk to him without it on him.
Did we talk about the whole, I'm actually forgetting the real word.
Flask? The iron flask thing?
No, oh my god, being, people representing a country. Oh my god.
The diplomat?
Yes, Jesus. I'm so, like, I don't know what my brain was doing, which is
It's okay.
done.
Diplomats.
I was thinking explosion every time you kept doing this.
Yeah.
The fireball.
The whole, like, diplomats from whatever town we're from.
Building.
Yes. Dude.
What
I'm
about it?
fucking forgetting like all words right now. Did we? I mean, what about the whole? If we're diplomats here on behalf of Melvin, trying to talk to the leader of the town. Did we bring that up?
No, we didn't.
Do we think that will make a difference?
But you can try. You can certainly try.
More than welcome to try.
I went
copyright
the
infringement.
magic empathetic route, and I gave it all I got, and got maybe in a month. So if you want to give cultural diplomat a try, you go right ahead. Diplomatic
like-
community. Although I don't know if the mage, I don't know how ingrained they are in politicking.
Well, I mean, well, no, because the guy that we think might be a genie. This is out of character. The guy we think might be a genie is.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
I sure hope it is.
A lot of the other stuff was.
What?
Like before that was. It was a
What
character.
was Artagan?
Um,
Not Artagan. What was his name?
I was gonna say what?
The-
Corfer?
Huh?
Corfer?
No.
Argyle?
The
Who was Duke?
the noble that we were looking for in the bathhouses. What was
Oh,
his name?
Hadrian.
Hadrian. I just found it. You said it. I was like, bam, right
Oh,
there.
because that's the guy that talks to
Hadrian.
the diplomats,
Any
right?
chance?
He is a diplomat himself.
Hadrian is in the general vicinity, and you could make an introduction.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, is
So-
this in
Talking
character now?
to
Okay.
The
So,
mage lady, yeah.
Returning to
Ria.
character.
Ria.
Aristria.
Aristria. Ria.
He's
Ria.
still
Ria.
such a light.
I do
It's fine. I understand. Some
Oh.
people just don't know how to drink.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I usually avoid it.
Hmm.
Let's just smile with a cute girl.
Unless they're smoky.
So, I understand that we were trying to get an audience with, I don't know his name.
Hadrian.
No, the main guy.
The Duke.
The Duke.
Duke Aronach Malik.
Yes.
Aaron
So, does he-
Aronach.
Does he also not see diplomats of other major players in the area?
Oh no, he does.
So can we see him as diplomats of Bilbang?
Well, you'd first meet with the diplomat of basically his representative, his this as best described, his assistant, his major domo, his number 2. That would be Hadrian.
Adrian. Oh, Major Domo is not the person. Adrian. Okay.
No, that is Hadrian.
Adrian. Oh.
Yes, that is his effectively his representative to the people.
Okay. So, is Hadrian? How can we see? We've heard he's up here where he goes to the bath down low occasionally. There's somebody we've been told we should get in touch with.
Ah, yes. You may find him. Actually, he often visits the water temple as well. The fountain from which springs all water for Inictau.
Oh, that really cool with the rivers coming out of it. That looked really. I wanted to see that.
There is a bit of water that actually comes up to the fountain there. The one we have inside here. That's. Oh my god!
Oh, that's.
That was almost disaster.
Oh my goodness.
Almost knocked over my glass. Spilled a little bit. Thankfully.
That's a technical foul.
I gotta drink this whole thing.
I'd like to see it anyway.
DMing's about to get real interesting.
Yeah. Alright, guys, we're going to come back. Alright. So,
That's gonna be the whole reason to do a Saturday stream. Just to.
that would be terrible.
Whoa.
And it's
Be
gone.
like winery times 10.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Ooh.
So-
October is coming up. We should do that.
It'll be fun. For sure. So, as she then says,
What was that face?
the fountain that's here, that is a magical enchantment, but is not fed by that same spring. But the one that is actually at the temple itself, that is it's kind of a venerated place. It's the source of life of Inictau.
Speaking of, we keep hearing that touching the water down below is strictly forbidden.
The same applies up here too.
Extra forbidden up here, probably.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not trying to get no. I look like I do water.
That's fair.
Why though? Especially down low. I can understand here probably coming from the magical fountain, not fountain, It sounds like that is a maybe geyser.
A spring, yes.
Spring. Why? Jesus. That was more out of character.
Yeah, no,
no.
That's more of an actual spring, but why down? Is it because water's so scarce in a desert?
It is, yes. So it is often the water supply itself is treated there as sacred to make sure that none of it is contaminated with any sort of any sort of problems. So it is very carefully controlled, and for uses other than drinking, bathing, for example, it is siphoned off in a controlled manner and then rationed out. So.
That's reasonable.
I want to go see the fountain. Can we go see the fountain?
Go see the fountain.
Sweet! I'm so excited.
Oh, do sunglasses exist in this world?
They do, yes.
Do we have any?
Do you have any? Have you bought any?
No.
Well, there you go.
I'm gonna put the cowl away.
Before, as we're leaving, is Juliana currently drinking something?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay.
Continue on.
Okay. So.
It's gonna make it cold. It's my thing now.
Gotcha. So, as you walk outside, though you felt like you probably spent a good couple hours at the Blue Oasis, it is actually... Come on. Sunset.
Turning around to is Eritrea? Eritrea. Why the can I not remember this? Is Eritrea? Is she following us out?
She's not, no.
Okay. Seeing how dark it is, I'm gonna turn back and be like, so they only know of us having a day pass. Are they still gonna come hunt us and take us down?
Oh, no.
Or do
No,
we just
now-
show the signet?
Just show your signet rings and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Even one amongst your group would allow you entrance up here. So.
I don't want to come get carted off.
But the fountain at sunset. Oh, we gotta see this, guys. Ridge starts skipping.
As you begin skipping there, well,
How does a minotaur skip?
I don't want to know.
Loudly.
Oh my god.
very loud clopping, clunk, 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 clunk. Yeah,
It's a gallop.
yeah.
If we had coconuts, I could show you.
There you go. As you walk to the fountain, you have to basically cross across a bridge, and you see these. The pristine waters flowing beneath are clear as you can see the very bottom of this small stream, and effectively like a tiny river that's running out from the top of Phoenix Hell, and you don't see any fish inside or anything. It has a very kind of calming presence to it, just naturally. But as you continue walking around, you walk by these what look similar to the bathhouses you saw below. You do have this path that kind of loops around and leads in front of the palace until on your left you do see the water temple. And as you see this, again, beautifully carved marble structure, you see some trees and large plants kind of planted within, meant to just provide this foliage and feeling of growth and life within. And you see, at the very core center, a beautiful fountain that has this... it's pouring water outward and then arcing down, but it's in a perfect, like, conal shape at the top. Or not conal, semicircular shape as it pours outward. And as you walk up, you see the sunset off in the distance. Oops. Pushed the wrong button. There you go. You see the sunset, let's see. Actually, behind the palace, ultimately. And you can see the blue gem gleaming from the light. And it has this beautiful kind of like purple prism effect going on as the red sun is hitting the blue gem. Just this really nice effect to it. Could I have everybody make a perception check?
Do I have to take it if it's out of the thing?
Mm-hmm.
I think That's a 3.
13.
Well, getting lower.
4.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
That's a 6, unless it's Fate Fiend or Undead.
It's not. So, Dorgirin is the highest one, so he gets to see. As your eyes kind of look at the palace and you think, this is a beautiful sight, you naturally just kind of turn outward to the east where the Savage tribe resides in the eastern side of the Kartu Desert. And you look back to where home once was, and you kind of, though times were tough, you still, it's where you grew up. You can't help but still feel that kind of fondness of it. But, strangely, you see this light off in the distance. That has this kind of like pulsating yellowish reddish color to it. Kind of like this orange light. It vaguely looks like a campfire or something, but it's in the air. And as you kind of trace it and follow it, you see it getting larger and bigger until you can hear the screeching in the wind. And you feel that immediate fight or flight impulse kick in as you see a very large spherical object hurtling towards you.
At me?
Yep,
Like directly at us?
directly at you.
Not the walls? Not the walls?
Nope.
Do you tell us?
Oh, we gotta go.
Does it look like a spell?
And as you say that, I'll get back to that. It doesn't look like a spell. But as you say that, everybody has, we'll say, one action to prepare yourself before whatever this is impacts.
Well, okay, so we all see it now?
Yes.
Okay. Are we fighting?
Where are we at exactly?
You said one action or one reaction?
One action.
One action.
We're not in combat yet or anything, but you have
Yes.
6 seconds to decide what you're doing.
Where are we at on the map, actually?
You're at the water temple, so that big structure there. Yep.
This one?
Yep.
And so it's coming directly at us.
Yep.
Do we think we're just gonna yell at, is this a fight?
We're in front of the temple, right?
Yes,
we're
we're
not
like
in it.
here. Can we make it inside?
And you said, where was it coming from? You said the east?
Yes.
Where's? Oh no.
So it's coming
north
from-
is this way.
Yeah, so it's coming from that
North
place.
is
Yeah.
that way?
So yeah, see.
Yep.
So it's
It's
coming.
coming.
Oh, okay.
How close is the front door of this building?
What? Oh, the palace?
Yeah.
Oh, hundreds of feet.
That does not look like hundreds of feet.
It's also a small map.
Yeah.
It's zoomed out.
I'm going for the water. I don't know about you guys.
I'm hopping on my broom and I am speeding 50 feet
Okay.
away.
Yeah, giant orange ball. Water sounds good. I'm gonna pull out my swords and run into the water.
Okay.
And
Don't run into the water. Are you insane? Oh, you're gonna get us killed.
Okay.
giant.
Is that what everyone's doing? I heard water, speed away on broom.
I'll speed
I'm gonna
above
take cover.
the water.
Take cover where?
Behind something.
Okay. There are some
Just
trees in the
something.
area if you wanted to dive behind. Okay. So, as you all dive behind these various objects, you hear an impact as this loud thud and shakes the floor itself, the ground itself, in front of you. As you kind of look up from your various points within the water, outside of it, you see embers coming from the inside of the temple. And as you hear this loud screeching sound with 3 different vocalizations coming from it,
Oh, shnikes.
something is in the water temple.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
Now, it is about 9 o'clock, so we have the choice of picking this up at the start of the next game or doing it now.
I ain't got nothing going on.
How long is this gonna take?
We could play for
How
a little.
quickly can you punch shit in the face?
I don't know. I work early this week, so I can't really stay up super late.
Right, so I'm thinking it's between half an hour and an hour.
Ooh. I'll let everybody else decide.
No, you're the one that has to get up early.
Yeah.
How are you?
I would
feeling?
default to you too.
I mean,
Hmm?
I'm tired. I also don't want to end it early if everybody else wants to keep going.
Well, I mean, we're not early yet per se, because we start at 7 and at 9.
Yeah.
It's been our usual thing, but I want to give the option of potentially going to 10. Potentially.
Or 9:30.
10 might be a
Yeah.
little bit much. I got stuff I need to do before I go to bed too.
Okay, then let's leave it for next time. Just err on the side of caution then. I will show the map though, as this is what we had planned. This is what I kind of worked out earlier, and I'll even go to battle map for people that are watching the stream, so you can see what it looks like. Although I will have to ask one of you to push the button on the camera. Push that button.
Pull the lever.
So
Wrong lever.
It's thinking. It's initializing. Waiting for connection. There it goes.
And this is going to be where we're at next game.
Ooh.
So, those of us that are we in the water of the fountain or what?
So when you're running up to the temple.
Oh, I see. This is all water here.
Yep. So something hit in that spot, and we will cover what that is next time.
Is the water temple not enclosed?
It's not, no.
It's what, like pillars?
Did
Yes.
it land on
Yeah.
the red scar thingy?
It did, yes.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Nah, it's
Shocker.
like that
I know.
tree.
I was
Yeah.
speaking of. I'm like flying over here somewhere.
I'll need to see if I can get some sort of fire effects on the trees and everything in there, since explosion.
Big boom.
You can see the camera
Bada
shaking.
boom.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'll have to make sure it's not touching the table, because I think that's the problem we got right now. But we will cover that next game, in addition to whatever this thing was. Hey! Starting at combat at the start of the next session. We'll hold off on rolling initiative until next week. Is everybody gonna be here next week, first of all?
Yeah,
I'm
it should
sure
be.
I wouldn't.
As well? Okay, cool. Just want to be sure. Okay, cool. Well, thank you all for tuning in. We'll pick up next week in Action Pact Tales of Istoria with the combat encounter at the Water Temple. Find out what's gonna happen here.
We're gonna die!
Maybe. But
Maybe.
we'll find out next week. All right, thank you all for tuning in, and well, see you all next week. Night.
Bye.
See?
Thank you.